So this is just a quick impromptu video. Yeah, I know you guys haven't heard from me for a very long time. Let me switch this off before I show you, so I don't rip off my fingers. Yeah, so before I get into the bog roll or the toilet paper that's lying on the floor, I'll explain that just now. I had an issue for the second time. My sprocket kept sliding down. You probably can't see it. Excuse the quality of this video. Yeah, I thought let me just catch you up before going for another 2 months without any updates. Sorry guys. So I don't know if you can see there, the sprocket was touching this metal plate. It wasn't initially, but it slid back into this plate, which is a problem because it acts like a brake and can damage the motor. So if you see this hole over here, I don't know if you can see there, let me try to focus. I'm trying not to swear because then YouTube dislikes me. You can sort of make out in there the key, right? The reason I've pushed it back is this shaft tapers up at the back, so I've pushed it all the way back, as far back as it can go to, so it hits that taper up, so it doesn't move any further, so this can't go any further. Then what I've done is I've cut a slot into the key, right? And then I got a whole bunch of these grub screws, and I've put a grub screw into, you probably can't see it, there's a hole here, a threaded hole. I've put the grub screw all the way down into that slot that I cut into that key, into the hole, right? And I've tightened that down. And then I've put another grub screw on top, and then put some Loctite onto both of the grub screws, which are going into the hole cut in that key. I hope that makes sense. So that when the grub screws are tightened down into that slot, right, it cannot move back because they tighten down, and if they tighten down into the slot of the key, and the key is pressed up against the, what do you call it, that incline on the shaft, then it's tight onto the shaft. I hope that makes sense. So that it doesn't, I mean, there's only a mil gap. It's almost impossible for me to show you guys now. That's the best I'm going to get it. But basically there's a mil or two gap between the sprocket or the pinion and this plate, and that's all been held by the by the key, which is tightened down by the grub screws and the Loctite. So I don't think that's going anywhere with two grub screws and a slot in the key. I hope that makes sense. Sorry, that's a very long explanation. The bike's been amazing, just as an update. It's been saving my sanity. Every now and then I take it for a joyride. I haven't done any videoing of me on it recently. Sorry about that. I will do another one. But yeah, I just wanted to know, well, show you guys where I'm at. Here's a bit of a spin up. Let's focus. My phone doesn't want to play ball. There's a bit of a spin up. Listen to the sound, I love it. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Sorry for the poor quality video. All well from my side. I haven't got the Rona yet, hopefully ever, but yeah, that's where we're at. The bike's been absolutely flawless except for that. that was my fault. I should have done that in the beginning. Hopefully that will last. Otherwise, I will have no choice but to put a tack weld over there and there, but I really want to avoid that. I don't think that's going anywhere. That key is tight onto, well, the key's being held tight by the grab screws and the Loctite, and yeah, hope that makes sense. And then I got some new toys. No, not the beer. Some new toys. I got myself a MIG welder, helmet, and all sorts of stuff. Apparently that's very cool and much better than arc welding. But yeah. Anyway, guys, please keep safe during the lockdown. Please don't get the Rona, or rather let the Rona be your ex and not an infection. So yeah, keep well, guys. Cheers.